get familiar. So if you don't know by now, then you should probably get familiar.
Oh man. Well, at least when I did the predictions, I said it. I said every time SummerSlam, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble comes along, I'm always so excited. And about 9 out of 10 times, I walk out disappointed. I think this is another one of those times. Another one of those times. Never saw it coming, is that right, Vince McMahon? I mean, I didn't see that coming. I don't think it was smart to do that. I think that was stupid on a whole bunch of levels. Because it's going to make the average fan, and even myself, as much as I'm glad Roman is back, as much as I'm glad he's back, to do it in this fashion and to beat up quickly The Fiend and Strowman, yeah, I know, they just had a match and they're supposed to be tired, still. It's going to make all of us just go, oh, okay, we're back into the Roman Reigns chapter. We're going right back to where he left off. Right back into dominating everybody, making everyone else look foolish. We're right back to that. You'll never see it coming. You even name a tagline on just for Roman to come back. And that's it? That's what we didn't see coming? That's it. I don't get it. You don't need to do that. You didn't need to do this. Why couldn't you just show up on Raw or SmackDown or whichever title you wanted to go for this week? You had to do that at SummerSlam. You had to end SummerSlam with Roman Reigns. Really? Bray Wyatt and Braun Strowman just felt like afterthoughts. And they were the main event of SummerSlam. Alright. Whatever. It's this type of shit, though. It's this type of shit. This is why a lot of people, or most, I'll say most, don't like Roman Reigns. This is why. This is why. You couldn't do better than this? Like, you know people are going to be pissed. I do like his full beard, though. I like Roman Reigns. I just know his booking is shit. And this type of shit isn't going to make me confident in anything changing. He's right back to the top. And let's be serious, he's going to end up taking the belt from Bray Wyatt as soon as possible. Could be as soon as this weekend. We have Payback coming up. We have Payback coming up in 1 week. And in 1 week, Roman might be your champion. Let that fucking sink in. Never saw that coming, you're right. Never saw that coming. That in 1 week from SummerSlam, Roman Reigns could be the champion. Oh, and he deserves it. You know, he's been putting in all this hard effort and hard work. No, he hasn't. He's been at home while these warriors, this roster, has shown up to work every day during this quarantine with no fans and at the risk of getting sick. They've shown up every day. Now, I get it. Roman had leukemia and he has some young twins. Cool. Then stay your ass home. But don't come back now that it's safe and immediately take the shine and the moments and the titles from the people who have busted their ass and carried the ratings to the dismal level they are and just kept us afloat for months. Bray Wyatt has kept us afloat for months. He's been by far the most entertaining thing on WWE for months. That's it. And as soon as he finally gets his moment, boom, you never see it coming, here's Roman Reigns. Great. And not only that, we have 1 week until another pay-per-view where Bray's probably losing his belt to him. Fucking sweet. Thank you very much, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. That really makes me love the babyface Roman Reigns. I really want to cheer for that guy. And the virtual crowd, I salute them. Because even though all the sounds were piped in shit, so they were cheering when Vince wants them to cheer and booing when Vince wanted them to boo, you could visually see most of the people giving thumbs down when Roman Reigns speared The Fiend. Thumbs down. You can visually see that. Can't pipe in that, Vince. We can see them not liking it. Dumbass. Fucking dumbass. Let's get into the show, man. Damn. The fuck getting into the show. Why are you doing this? Why would you do that? Again, I like Roman. I think a lot of his hate is undeserved. But this type of shit is what people are talking about. Immediately ending SummerSlam with a guy who's been gone, not putting in any work in the hardest time period for WWE ever. Just come back in and get yourself a title. Why not? And then don't. At least Brock Lesnar, that's how his contract works. It makes him feel special to only show up on big, huge events. I would have loved if that was Brock Lesnar appearing right then and beating up Strowman and The Fiend. Because you want to talk about monsters? There's a fucking monster. But Roman Reigns, just to be our Superman, to save the day? No. 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 Nope. Nope. I wash my fucking hands clean of the whole situation. Alright, the pre-show. Apollo Crews beat MVP, retains his U.S. title, and nothing happened. So why was MVP in this match instead of Lashley? Lashley versus Crews would have made the actual show, and you could have just progressed a storyline with Lashley becoming United States champion. Instead, MVP gets another shot, just to lose clean again? Waste of time. And I don't give a shit about wasting time of SummerSlam. Do it on the pre-show. Who cares about the pre-show? You wasted our time in all the Raws for 2 months. For no storytelling to happen. No advancements. Nothing. No Cedric Alexander heel turn. No Mustafa Ali heel turn. Nothing. Thank you for wasting if we combine all the segments they've had in this United States title feud the last 2 months, probably wasted about 2 hours of all of our lives for absolutely nothing. Apollo doesn't look better. He beat an old man who is mainly a manager, and his 2 people were not even at ringside. And MVP definitely doesn't look better. He lost clean again on the pre-show. Definitely doesn't make your brand new United States title. New design. Shouldn't when a belt gets rebranded, let's make sure it's on the fucking show when it's defended. Not the pre-show. Things on the pre-show are things that don't matter. This is a new belt, technically. You know what I mean? It's a new branding of the United States title. Same lineage, but new belt. It should be treated better. Nope. Pre-show. Pre-show. And a boring match. Thank you. First actual match tonight was Bayley versus Asuka. Bayley defending her SmackDown? I always forget. They're on every fucking show, to be honest with you. Is it SmackDown? Yeah, SmackDown. She's a SmackDown. Longest reigning SmackDown champion. Good match. This was. Bayley and Asuka have always been good together. Even going all the way back to NXT. I knew the outcome. Or we all kind of knew Bayley was going to win this. Sasha was going to lose hers. Kind of just knew that. And that's what happened. Bayley won here with the help of Sasha. And I'm glad the commentators and backstage reporter made sure to bring that up multiple times. So people watching know that this booking wasn't meant to make Bayley look better than Sasha. And make Sasha look like shit. No. It was supposed to look like Asuka could beat both of them. But the only reason Bayley retained is because Sasha successfully cheated and helped her friend. Where Bayley failed in helping Sasha. So that's that. Bayley won. Decent match. Or I'll say it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Not the best match they've ever had against each other, but it was pretty good. And they beat her up afterwards, just setting up the Sasha match. Cool. And then we had the Raw Tag Team title match. The Street Profits versus Andrade and Angel. It wasn't a bad match, but damn, the tag division has so much talent. And their matches nowadays, if it's not the Usos versus the New Day, it feels like just a formula. It's like a long Raw or SmackDown tag match. That's what it was. Nothing really special happened. Street Profits won. A beautiful frog splash from Montez Ford. Montez Ford is going to be special. Like, whenever he does eventually become a singles guy, look out. He's gonna be special. He's got everything. Charisma, the look. He's in great shape. He's young. He can fucking fly. His frog splash looks like RVD's, where you're actually in awe of how high he actually gets. RVD getting high. Nice. Then we had, but I also didn't like that nothing came of the poisoning. Like, nothing. They attempted murder. Just to have a tag match. Cool. Whatever. No DQ. Loser leaves WWE. Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville. Which I guess they just got rid of the hair thing completely. So I'm guessing Deville changed her mind and said, nope, not doing that. That's the only thing I could think of. I've never seen a stipulation change like that. Ever. I was thinking when they said loser leaves WWE, I was thinking it means both. You get your head shaved and then you're also gone. And in the explanation to changing it to loser leaves WWE, Sonya Deville said she wants it to be loser leaves WWE because everyone knows I don't care about losing my hair. Yeah, but Sonya, you're supposed to be acting like you think you're going to win the match. And I think Mandy cares about losing her hair. So why would you then change the match rules because you're saying you don't care if you lose your hair? You're supposed to be trying to win the match. The winner doesn't lose their hair. The loser does. Whatever. That was stupid. That was really stupid. But yeah, the match was okay. I actually, for some reason, I expected more from these two. Because the feud has been so good. It was hard hitting. It was hard fought. It did feel like they didn't like each other. So that's good. But there was no spots. I know. I'm a mark. I need spots. Something. And the worst part was Sonya Deville pulled out a table from under the ring. Went to set it up, and it never got used. Nope. Match ended with it still set up outside the ring. That's the worst thing to do. In any story, not just wrestling. In movies, books, TV shows. The worst thing to ever do is show a weapon, something big, like a gun, in the first act of a movie or a show, and then it never come back and matter. That's bad storytelling. She pulls out a table. Never gets used. What? You even set it up. Not good. That's like getting a ladder out and then just setting it up and having it just sit there. What? Why'd you get the fucking ladder out then? People got excited thinking you were going to use it. You didn't use it. Whatever. Mandy Rose won. We knew she was going to. Sonya's going to take some time off or go to NXT or to Raw Underground. But it looks like she's going to have her hair. Again, why? Couldn't tell you. Then we had the street fight. Dominic Mysterio versus Seth Rollins. This was the match of the night. Not saying a hell of a lot for tonight, but this was the match of the night. Possibly the match of the weekend? Maybe it's close. It's up there with it's close. This was good. Mysterio looked just like Pat McAfee the night before. Dominic looked solid in the ring. He wasn't amazing, but he wasn't bad. He didn't have the natural athleticism that Pat McAfee had. But again, Pat McAfee literally is a Pro Bowl, one of the greatest punters ever. He's very athletic. And he was a great soccer player in real life. Dominic doesn't have quite that athleticism, but you can tell he's been training to be a wrestler for quite some time. He hit a beautiful Hurricane Rana. His Tornado DDT was textbook, and that's not an easy maneuver to pull off. There's a lot of spinning. That is not easy to do safely at all without breaking Seth Rollins' neck. It was textbook though. Beautiful stuff. I also love they set up a table and used it. Mandy, Sonya, they used it. It broke. It broke really well. They put it in the ring near the corner. And Dominic did a, you don't see these very often, a Russian leg sweep holding a kendo stick, and they both went through the table. The only problem with Russian leg sweeps is that the person giving the move visually looks like they're taking the exact same amount of damage. You're both slamming yourselves on your back. So him getting up out of the table wreckage quickly never makes sense when in a Russian leg sweep because you both went through it equally. But hey, maybe I'm being picky. He also delivered a beautiful, not 5-star frog splash, but an Eddie Guerrero-styled frog splash. Looked good. I could easily see that and the 619 being his finishers. Just like Rey Mysterio has the what they call they used to call the tadpole splash. Or no, that was Hornswoggle. Whatever. Rey used to have a little frog splash he would do to win his matches. His son looks better doing it because he's way bigger. It looks like it hurts more. The match was good. It never reached a level of carnage I thought it was going to based on the build and the eye versus eye storyline with Rey. I expected some brutality. It never really got brutal. Kendo stick was used, which it should be. It was a big part of the storyline. They both had big welts on their backs. It was cool. Overall, I thought it should have been a little more brutal. A little more brutal, just saying. Like, really. One way or the other. I don't care who's the monster. One of them needs to look more bloodthirsty. And then towards the end, there was a moment. I'm not sure if it was necessary or not, but I think that was Mysterio's wife and Dominic's mom came out at the top of the ramp. And Seth and Murphy kind of teased like they were going to go do something to her. While Rey was handcuffed to the a ring rope. Of course, Dominic saves her. That wasn't going to happen. We all know that wasn't going to happen. Not sure if that was needed. It was, I guess it was just to show the more vicious side of Seth. Now he's kind of fucking crazy. But, curb stomp. Dominic loses. The visual was great. Him getting pinned feet away from Rey Mysterio. Like, he just couldn't reach him. Literally like a foot and a half away. That was great. But he should have beat his ass more afterwards to really sell and make Rey Mysterio watch his son get beat down. It would have advanced it. And, again, Dominic turning would have been interesting for a you'll never see it coming gimmick, but another just a match, nothing actually happened. Told you I was hoping that they really meant something by the you'll never see it coming. Nope. And then we had Asuka vs. Sasha for the Raw Women's title. This match I liked a lot more than the Bayley one. Even though the Bayley one was pretty good, this was a pretty damn good match. Even though, again, I was pretty damn sure Asuka was going to win the whole time. Good match, and again, Bayley tried to interfere to help the same way Sasha did, but she failed and fucked up. Asuka picks up the victory. Sasha taps. Asuka's the champ. Sasha, Bayley going to defend their tag titles at Payback. They're probably going to lose that. And then Sasha, Bayley can then focus on each other starting to fall apart and feud with each other. While Asuka's probably moving on to Shayna Baszler or Nia Jax. I'm cool with all of that. Sign me up. The women's booking for tonight was fine. It set everything up in a nice way. And both matches were pretty good. Then we had the co-main event, Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton for the WWE Championship. It never reached a level of match that these two guys can perform, especially after that feud, like the build. But it wasn't bad. It was an old school style match. Like, it was very psychological. They both kept going for their finisher, which both their finishers are known to come out of nowhere, and it's over when you get hit by them. It's just done. One and you're done. So that story was good the whole match, because they kept countering each other's finisher. It just wasn't happening. Miss, counter, counter. And then he goes for an RKO and gets rolled up. 1, 2, 3. McIntyre retains. It's fine, because I know it's just Chapter 1, and they're probably going to have a rematch at Payback. Fine. But just for SummerSlam purposes alone, it does suck when a main event or co-main event with one of your world titles on the line in a semi-blood feud ends by roll-up. No finishers used the entire match. I guess it's a good storytelling in the long run if they keep it up for Payback and whatever they do after that. But for SummerSlam in that moment, it was a letdown to see a roll-up be the 3, and that's just how that match is. It's just over. No Ric Flair involvement. The most involvement Ric Flair had was Drew McIntyre did a figure 4. That's it. That's it. I thought Rick coming back and turning on Drew McIntyre and rejoining Randy Orton would be a you'll never see it coming moment. Or, so far, none. Nothing. Nothing. Good match, and I'm okay with Drew McIntyre retaining. That was a coin flip to me. I think that's the only match of the night I got wrong in my predictions. And I had it by like a coin flip. I had no idea. I went with Randy, but Drew McIntyre, it was a coin flip. 50-50. Both would be fine. So I'm perfectly fine with Drew McIntyre retaining. And the main event was The Fiend versus Braun Strowman for the Universal title. The match was clunky. Very disappointing. I don't know. Maybe Bray Wyatt got hurt on that choke slam. They went for it. Braun Strowman tried to choke slam him through the announce table. I get it. Bray is a heavy man. But Braun, you have been in World's Strongest Men competitions before he was a wrestler. You gotta be able to lift him up enough to break the table. You have to. Braun Strowman is way stronger than Big Show has ever been. Ever. In terms of just strength. And Big Show never had a problem lifting Rikishi's big old ass up and throwing him through a table. You've got to get that done. Instead, he got him about 8 inches off the ground, and Bray lands awkwardly lower back on the corner of the announce table. It doesn't break. He rolls off of it, and it kind of breaks alone, which just looks awkward and bad for wrestling. So maybe he was hurt. Maybe he bruised a rib or something like that, but there was no creativity in this match. There was no unique spot in this match, and it's a Falls Count Anywhere match between two characters who can't feel pain and usually take like 5-6 finishers to beat. No. This just nothing happened. There was nothing. It was a very bland hardcore match. That's it. The Fiend had no sticking out moments. I guess the big moment they wanted was the finale. The Fiend grabs a box cutter and terribly cuts the ring mat and lifts it up to expose the wood. But he cut it like shit. Did he not practice though, or is he just rushing it? I don't know. But he cut it, and it was like only a small section was exposed. There was still some mat there. So when Bray hits the Sister Abigail to the wood with Braun Strowman, Braun lands mostly on mat, not on the wood. Mostly on the mat, because it wasn't cut well. And then he picks him up, he does it again. I think he did it twice. So he ate 2 Sister Abigails, pins him, 1, 2, 3. That was it. And it was kind of odd. After the second one, Braun was halfway getting up. And then Bray just hooked his leg, Braun lays down, and it's 3. 1, 2, 3. Like, what the fuck? It was awkward. It was not great. And then, the thing we never saw coming. Roman Reigns came out of nowhere and speared the shit out of the Fiend. Now again, do I want to see that feud? Yeah, I would like to see it. I'd be okay with that. But to end SummerSlam like that after saying you'll never see it coming, that was what we're not going to see coming? Roman Reigns' return? You didn't need to bill it as you'll never see it coming. Because that tells me you guys, it makes it seem fake. Because it's like, we'll never see it coming. What? So you knew Roman was coming back, obviously? Stop it. Stop. Plot hole. Ugh. But, yeah, it was a great spear, though. And then he beats the shit out of Braun Strowman outside the ring. I guess we kind of could have seen it coming because Braun and Bray have been heels this feud. And then, whatever. So Roman's going to, it's probably going to be a triple threat match at Payback. The worst part about the main event was Alexa Bliss was nowhere to be seen. No mention of her, nothing. But yet in the promo video right before the match started, to hype us up, every single image had Alexa Bliss in it. She was a huge part of this storyline, if not the biggest part of the storyline. She didn't have anything to do with this match. Didn't come out. No one mentioned her name. There was no teasing of her coming out. She didn't come out after, during, before. Nothing. Nothing. Just a bland hardcore match with no unique spots between these two men. And then 2 or 3 Sister Abigails, and that is it. Not a good match. Probably the worst match of the night. Definitely the biggest letdown. The thing would have made it better, if you're going to have Roman come back, and you'll never see it coming, let him be the leader of Retribution. Do that. Let him be a heel on his return. That I wouldn't see coming. And I'd be all for. But instead it's like, oh, so did Roman's just in the main event scene. Okay. As probably a major superhero babyface again. Cool. Cool. Nice to see him back, but this wasn't the way to do it. It's one way to do it. Overall, I think I'm giving SummerSlam, you'll never see it coming. I think I just got to give it a fucking, let's be honest. I don't even know. I don't have a text ready. The show just ended. What do you... I don't know. It got me all fucked up. Alright, fuck it. Here you go. I'll give it a fucking C. There we are. C. I didn't even take any time to edit and make it a good font. I don't care. A fucking C. And that's me being nice because the women had good matches and Dominic was good. Even Seth Rollins, he played a great Triple H style, slow, psychotic heel. Like where he tried to slow the pace down and beat the shit out of him. That's Triple H's style all day. Seth Rollins did that beautifully. But the main event was garbage. And the finale after with Roman was not the surprise that anyone asked for or wanted. Did we see it coming? No. But are we glad it came? Definitely not. And Retribution of all people. So they come, they debut, they destroy Raw, they destroy SmackDown. SummerSlam happens. They're not to be found. That's a way bigger show. There wasn't a single glitch on the night. Why? Why? You weren't there. And the tagline is you'll never see it coming. That's a perfect time for Retribution to unveil who they are or do something big. Beat up Drew McIntyre after he beats Randy Orton. Something. Anything. What would have been great is, I don't give a shit about what brand people are on. What would have been great is after Drew McIntyre beats Randy, why can't Roman spear the shit out of Drew right then? Be a heel and go inside that feud. But no, he's just going to be the hero that saves us from the two monsters. Again. Playing the John Cena role that he's been playing for 6 years now. And it's never worked with fans. It's not going to work without a drastic change. No Retribution, no Ric Flair, no Alexa Bliss, no heel turns, face turns, no shocking spots. You'll never see it coming. You're right. I never saw it coming. I never would have expected nothing big to happen. And you know, well, it's not big that Bray became world champion. It quickly got overshadowed by Roman coming back. I forgot he even won it. Just like that. And the match was bad. And the ending was worse. Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to talk about it more in depth later. This was just a quick review. And it's 30 minutes long. My apologies. I'm just pissed off. But if you are still here, you are a real one. Never see that coming? Well, you never see this coming to fucking C for SummerSlam. See, we saw that coming. I did. I bet you guys all saw a C for SummerSlam coming. It's always a letdown. Ah.